In the summer of 1968, Sung Joo-hee, the daughter of a wealthy politician, arrives in the countryside to visit her grandfather. At the same time, Jun-ha, a poor village boy, is instantly drawn to her gentle beauty. His friends mock him and warn him not to dream too big, reminding him that she comes from a powerful family. Still, Jun-ha cannot stop himself from greeting her. To his surprise, Jo-hee responds warmly and without hesitation. Having just arrived from the city, Jo-hee feels curious about everything around her. When Jun-ha pulls a dung beetle from cow dung, she even touches it with her bare hands, amazed by life in the countryside. Wanting to explore more, she invites Jun-ha to visit a legendary haunted house. Shocked but excited by the invitation from the girl he secretly admires, Jun-ha agrees at once. The haunted house lies across a river, so they take a small boat to get there. As they move toward the other side, danger quietly approaches. When they reach the abandoned house, they gather their courage and push the door open. The empty and decaying place makes them uneasy. As they walk deeper inside, both suddenly slip and fall. Jun-ha quickly helps Joo-hee up. Just then, someone passes by outside. Wanting to find out the truth, Jun-ha opens a suspicious door. He suddenly screams and runs away, which only makes Joo-hee more curious. She steps forward and discovers that the haunted house is actually just a shelter for a caretaker with nowhere else to go. Soon, heavy rain begins to fall, and their small boat is swept away by the river. They are left stranded, with the nearest crossing point 10 kilometers away. To make things worse, Jo-hee injures her ankle on the slippery ground. With no other choice, Jun-ha carries her to a broken shelter. He dries her clothes and gently helps her clean herself. After the rain stops, he even steals a large watermelon for her. Jun-ha's rough way of cutting the watermelon surprises Joo-hee. Growing up in the city, she had never eaten fruit like this before. Instead of feeling uncomfortable, she feels even closer to him, and her feelings quietly deepen. By nightfall, they finally reach another port. Jo-hee becomes completely fascinated by the fireflies glowing along the riverbank. It is her first time seeing them in real life. Seeing her joy, Jun-ha quickly catches one for her, and that simple gesture melts her heart. When they return by boat, Joo-hee's grandfather is already waiting. Knowing they must separate, Joo-hee gives her necklace to Jun-ha as a symbol of their love. Moments later, her servant pulls her away. Jun-ha is then slapped by his grandfather, a cruel reminder of his place and status. It feels like their story ends there, but fate has other plans. At the beginning of autumn, Jun-ha's best friend Tae-soo asks him to help write a love letter to his fiancée. Tae-soo shows him a photograph. When Jun-ha looks at it, he freezes. The girl smiling back at him is Joo-hee, the woman he cannot forget. Tae-soo explains that the marriage is an arrangement made long ago between the two families. He admits that he has never actually met the girl himself. Jun-ha stays silent and does not reveal that he already knows Joo-hee. His heart is completely drawn to the girl in the photograph. When he begins writing the letter, he uses Tae-soo's name, but every emotion hidden in the words comes from his own heart. Not long after, a reply arrives from Joo-hee. Along with her letter, she sends 2 tickets to her upcoming performance. Tae-soo is thrilled and eagerly brings Jun-ha along to watch it together. When Jo-hee walks onto the stage, she moves with elegance and grace. Jun-ha instinctively stands up the moment he sees her. Her familiar and beautiful face holds his gaze, and he cannot look away. As she plays the piano, the music carries a quiet sadness that speaks of unspoken feelings. When the music ends, Jo-hee shines like a star, smiling softly as the audience applauds. Tae-soo steps forward to present flowers. At that moment, Jo-hee's eyes fall on Jun-ha, who is also holding flowers. A rush of excitement fills her heart, but reality quickly pulls her back. Bound by her family and social status, she cannot acknowledge him and is forced to leave with her parents. Jun-ha, lacking the courage to step forward, can only stand still, holding the flowers in silence. Later, while sitting outside, Jun-ha notices Joo-hee suddenly running back into the concert hall alone. He realizes she must be looking for him and rushes inside. The hall is empty, and Jo-hee steps back outside to search again. At last, they meet. In that brief moment, words are unnecessary. Their exchanged smiles say everything. Jun-ha gently hands her the flowers, and their second meeting ends quietly and tenderly. Even so, that short moment fills Jun-ha with joy. From then on, they secretly exchange letters through Tae-soo. One is the girl Jun-ha loves deeply, and the other is the friend he trusts the most. At the same time, Jun-ha's social position becomes an invisible chain holding him tightly in this painful situation. Yet the love in his heart only grows stronger, burning like a fire that refuses to fade. Later, a joint school dance gives them another chance to meet. With Tae-soo present, they pretend to be strangers, but every glance they share speaks of feelings they cannot express aloud. Though they cannot love openly, their hidden affection keeps their hearts connected. As Junha watches Tae-soo walk Joo-hee home, a deep pain fills his chest. After Tae-soo says goodbye and leaves, Joo-hee pauses at the door, believing Junha is standing behind her. As she reaches for the doorbell, the lights suddenly go out. At that moment, Junha quietly appears near the railing. Soft streetlights reflect in Jo-hee's eyes, creating a gentle and intimate scene. Time seems to stop, and in that silent night, only their two hearts remain close. Yet no matter how deeply they love each other, their feelings are destined to stay hidden, unseen by the world. Jo-hee's marriage is something her parents arranged long ago, and they never truly let go of it. From the outside, it feels impossible to change. Junha believes there must still be a way, but reality keeps closing in on them. Things grow even more complicated when Tae-soo, who once strongly opposed the arranged marriage, slowly develops real feelings for Joo-hee. One day, holding flowers tightly in his hands, he finally confesses his love to her. The confession leaves Joo-hee deeply confused. Her heart belongs completely to Junha, yet her engagement to Tae-soo feels like a fate she cannot escape. Unable to keep hurting everyone, she makes a painful decision and ends her relationship with Junha. After that, whenever their secret signal lights up in the night, she forces herself to ignore it and disappears without responding. Junha refuses to give up. During a heavy rainstorm, he finds her and tries to awaken the love that still exists between them. Jo-hee struggles with her emotions but holds herself back. She tells him to go home and not stay in the rain. Her firm rejection strikes him like a heavy blow, shattering his last hope. Soon after, Junha goes directly to Tae-soo and confesses everything. He admits that he and Jo-hee have been secretly seeing each other for a long time. He also reveals that the necklace Tae-soo recognizes was given to him by Jo-hee during the summer. Tae-soo explains that the necklace originally belonged to his father and was meant for Joo-hee. In that moment, Tae-soo makes a shocking decision. He chooses to step back and give up in this love triangle. However, this choice comes at a terrible cost. While Junha and Jo-hee are briefly allowed to continue their relationship and exchange letters every day during winter break, the truth eventually comes out. Jo-hee's father discovers their secret, and the news quickly reaches Tae-soo's family. Tae-soo's father explodes with anger and beats him with a belt until Tae-soo swears he will win Jo-hee back. Yet in front of Junha, Tae-soo never mentions that promise. Instead, he jokes weakly while holding the belt and asks what kind of punishment someone deserves for being beaten so badly. He even speaks lightly about death and calmly tells Junha to take good care of Joo-hee. These strange words leave Junha deeply uneasy. Sensing something is wrong, Junha rushes to find Tae-soo. What he sees shatters him. Tae-soo harms himself. Unable to keep his promise to his father and unwilling to stand between Junha and Jo-hee's love, he reaches a breaking point. Thanks to quick medical help, Tae-soo survives for the moment, though no one knows when he will wake up. When Jo-hee comes to the hospital, Junha is there as well. The three of them are tied together by friendship and love, yet none of them ever expected things to end this way. Junha realizes that his best friend nearly gave up his life for them, while Joo-hee is trapped in unbearable guilt and pain. Junha is consumed by guilt too. He begins to believe that he is the one who must leave. When Jo-hee turns back to look for him, he quietly walks away without saying a word. The only thing left behind is the necklace she gave him. Jo-hee rushes into the streets in panic, searching for him, but he is nowhere to be found. She wanders through the crowded city, lost and helpless, as tears fall endlessly and her heart feels as if it is being torn apart. From that moment on, Junha disappears from Jo-hee's world completely, leaving behind no trace or news of where he has gone. After Tae-soo recovers, Joo-hee asks him if he knows anything about Junha, but he knows nothing. It later becomes clear that Junha has joined the army and is sent to a battlefield in a foreign land. By cruel coincidence, fate brings them close again. In the chaos of a military camp, Joo-hee searches anxiously for him. Then, through a window, she finally sees Junha. All the longing she has buried for years rushes out at once. She calls his name again and again, her desperate voice striking his heart like a heavy blow. Junha does not dare to turn around or respond. Instead, he forces himself to bury his love even deeper, while her cries cut through him, tearing his heart apart. Unable to endure it any longer, Junha rushes to the train door and takes the necklace from Juhee, quietly saying goodbye. She tells him that he must come back alive. He puts on the necklace and makes a silent promise to himself that if he returns, he will never abandon their love again. Yet fate plays another cruel trick. During a battle, his unit is slowly overpowered, and just as he tries to retreat, a sudden accident occurs, leaving his future uncertain. Years later, Junha finally returns from the army. Soon after, he meets Juhee again. When she sees that the man she has waited for is alive and standing before her, her joy overflows. She believes time has finally rewarded her patience. However, as they speak, Junha calmly tells her that he is now married. In that instant, Juhee's heart shatters. Tears fill her eyes, and the happiness of their reunion collapses completely. Trying to break the heavy silence, Junha turns away and points to a piano-shaped doll on a nearby table, casually saying it looks delicate. But the doll has already been taken by a young boy to another table. The excuse he carefully prepares falls apart at once. In that quiet moment, both of them understand that no matter how deeply they love each other, their story has already slipped beyond their control. Juhee subconsciously waves her hand in front of Junha's eyes, but he shows no reaction. In that moment, she suddenly understands the truth. The man she loves has already gone blind. Unable to hold back her emotions, tears spill from her eyes. She softly asks if he can see her now, and Junha realizes that his secret is finally exposed. Panic rises within him. He stands up in a hurry, trying to escape, but stumbles and crashes into the table in front of him. The sight overwhelms Juhee, making it hard for her to breathe. With trembling hands, she slowly helps him up. Junha admits that his disguise was almost perfect and that he nearly succeeded in hiding everything from her. He then takes out the necklace, intending to return it to her. Juhee refuses to accept it. Instead, she gently places it back around his neck, knowing that the necklace holds their most beautiful memories and silently carries the love they once shared. Later, Juhee eventually marries Tae-soo. Yet the tears in her eyes remain frozen in time, filled with longing for the past and regret for a love that could not last. Many years pass, and one day, Juhee returns to the river where she first met Junha. Nearby, her daughter Yoon-ji-hae plays quietly on her own. As Juhee drifts into old memories, a voice suddenly calls out from behind her. She slowly turns around to see several of Junha's former comrades standing before her. They explain that before his passing, Junha leaves a final wish, asking for his ashes to be scattered into this river. In that moment, Juhee feels as if her heart is struck by a heavy blow. Her body freezes and she struggles to breathe. Through them, she learns the truth she never knew. The last time they met, Junha was not married at all. Because of his blindness, he believes he can no longer give her happiness. To make her let go, he chooses to lie out of love. After Juhee marries Tae-soo, Junha also chooses marriage, not for joy, but as a form of surrender. Later, he passes away alone in endless darkness. In the end, his ashes return to the place where their love begins. And with that, the story comes to a close.